20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Pop, motion.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen, he's going to float this one deep right side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 10-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And some space here. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
40. Black 30. Here we go. Keep these 2.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Black 80. 52 right here. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to take 2 of them. You block it.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run...
Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run on first down. Edmonds able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Rosen, eluding the pressure right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, 61 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20 and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 70 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Black 30. 52's the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kiko Alonso. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Second down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On second down, Roethlisberger. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Roethlisberger. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The big Tank Carradine with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Monday.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Get the ball. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got three.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 3rd and long here for Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Take both of them. These two. Relax it.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This one complete right side to McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check both of them. Check three.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's McDonald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. To throw here, Roethlisberger. A spin out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Set. Black 20. 43. Check. 43. Hey, let's get this.
On the ground, it's Edmonds. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a 1st.
White 80. 43 for Mike. 77.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Wall, get wall. Switch.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Start! Like 30. Here we go. Check, tight right. Go up there, check down. Work. Out.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Rosen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Switzer. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
Kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. 52 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the running lane's non-existent. stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Get him! Get him! Hey, quarter.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A game there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check.
The 46-yard line.
Now Rosen, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on first down, Drake again. Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready? 180. Coming this way. Here we go. Watch safety green. Safety.
Now a give to Edmonds. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Under 10. 10. Take 2 of them. Switch gears.
Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Rosen. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage?
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Switzer on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 18-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take...
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, as the first half is winding down. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now it's Rosen looking. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep left. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Like 80. Alert, alert. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker teeth, these two.
They start the drive with Connor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, Edmonds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Sanders' kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Switch.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch QB drop. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Double.
Again, they run with Edmonds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger taking it in. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And there to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Black 5. Check curls.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 28 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
For the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Bud Dupree. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Big Ben with his fourth touchdown pass of the afternoon. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rosen on first and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now the former fourth-round pick. It's Kalen Ballage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Stephon Tuitt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 42. On. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 66, Dolphins 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, Drake slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Rosen looking to throw. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Boswell good with the extra point. Back now in Miami, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Stills the intended target, and it's third down.
You better bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
180. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, it's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only half. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
At their 48-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, baby. They turn it up. Let's get that ball.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief, 52 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Kiko Alonso picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Edmonds. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
We got 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Gentry, 32 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking for Parker that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mark Barron, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Like 5. Easy. Double tight, guys, double tight. 44.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going for it all. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 26 yards. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
You can't block me.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And the Dolphins, first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just... And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a wrap.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try to run with Edmonds, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The loss.